All right, hockey fans, welcome back. We're sitting up in Park Rapids. We're going to face off against the Moorhead Spuds for our first game for district finals. And refs are ready to go, players ready to go, attendees ready to go. First off, Moorhead's going to break off the face-off, trying to enter the zone. Kilmer gets it turned over, pass it up to Daly. Daly pushing it up to Carr. Carr poking it up to the corner. Trying to push it back, but Moorhead gets a good stick on it, and they're going to force a turnover. And they're going to take it behind the net, passing up along the boards. Good pressure by Daly, but we're able to maneuver around. As Moorhead tries to push it out of the zone, Kilmer gets a good stick on it right neutral ice. And back to the Moorhead. They're going to approach the shot. They're going to take a shot, saved by Peterson, cleared away by Christensen. Lightning trying to get a clear back through the blue line, gets shoved in, hits a skate off of Christensen. Carr's going to pick it along the blue line. He's skating up with it. Lightning changing out some legs. Carr pushing it back, but nobody quite there yet, as Lightning did a complete line change. Carr picks it up. He pushes it up to Kes. Kes keeping some pressure. He knocks it loose from Moorhead. Pushes it over to Moroni. Good stick from Moorhead just before Moroni could get to it. Horton finds the loose change, throws it out front. Nobody there. They're going to throw another one. Just goes wide and ringing the boards. Dauber trying to keep it in. Looks like he does, but Moorhead able to pick it up. And Moorhead skating through the neutral zone. Good pressure being kept. Shot on goal. Peterson gets a stick on it, pushes it aside. Little discussion along the boards, and it is cleared out. Moorhead retreating back to their own zone with the puck. Kes robs him, takes it off, tries to throw it out in center, gives it to Moroni, another shot, hits the shin pad after it hits the goalie. Close opportunity. Puck gets upon the boards. Evanson tries to pick it up, good pressure from Moorhead. Moorhead able to grab it. They're skating through the neutral zone. They're going to throw it up on Peterson. Loose change out front, cleared away by Ani. Just fans on the first clear, trying to get it out. Moorhead dumps it in. Christensen's going to first pick it up, trying to use those boards. Kes gets a good stick on it, gets it cleared. Moorhead forcing the tag up, and that's going to be an offsides on Moorhead, just as one was trying to exit the zone at 12:31. That's our first whistle stop of the game. Little different setup today. We did bring the tripod. Notice it's a little jittery on the monopod, so hopefully it's a little bit more stabilized. Face off, back and forth from the neutral zone. Carr puts a stick on it, but he's going to have to race off to it with the Spuds. But Moorhead is able to grab it. They got out of the zone, skating through the neutral zone, forcing a turnover. Kilmer gets it, but hits a skate off from Moorhead and has to pick it back up. Found again right around the neutral zone, along the red line, but Moorhead's going to be able to find it. They're skating in with it. Takes a shot, looks like a hit off a Carr. Lost puck underneath, I believe, Christensen. And Lightning trying to grab it out of the corner. Moorhead able to center it up. They take a shot, saved by Peterson, and knocked away. Evanson picks it up. He tries pushing up to Daly and Carr. Carr taking it in, maneuvers through one, gonna take a shot, takes a shot, just goes high, bringing the boards back. Lightning getting a line change. Daly races off to it before it gets to the blue line, but it does get past the blue line. Moorhead's gonna be able to find it. Good stick by Moroni right in the neutral zone, leaves it behind. Dauber's gonna put a stick on it, and that's gonna be an icing, as just on the other side of the red line before Dauber pushed it. Looked like Moroni might have collided with another player. He was slow to get up, but he's back up. $11:19 remaining. Lightning gets a stick on it, gets back to the blue line. Moorhead's going to dump it in deep. Evanson's off to the races with Moorhead. Moorhead gets a good stick trying to pass it behind the net. Go back and forth behind the net. Moorhead still trying to take control. Gets behind the net again. Christensen gets a stick on it. Horton trying to battle it through, but Moorhead finds it, throws it behind the net. Dauber trying to get to it. Moorhead's going to wind up, takes a shot, gets off from Horton. And Kes finds it. Kes going to push it up to Moroni. Just bounces off Moroni's stick and gets a turnover for Moorhead. Actually, battle along the boards. Moorhead does find it and passes it up neutral ice. Passing it up front. Circling around, throws one up, but Christensen intercepts it before it could make it to the net. Trying to get it clear, doesn't able to get clear. Ani gets a stick on it, redirects it. Just went wide of the net. Moroni trying to push it over to Kes. Does get it clear. Horton's got it, but good stick from Moorhead. Icing waved off as it's skipped by Moorhead's stick. Moroni keeping some pressure, but Moorhead throws it to the other side. Moorhead gets it clear. They're skating past Ani. Approaching the net. Pressure from Christensen. Trying to push him out. Wow, it was a non-covered puck for a while. Holding my breath. Peterson had a good pad in front of it, but he was not able to get it covered. Moroni pushed it up to Carr. Carr skating in with it. Trying to outmaneuver. He's got Butcher out front. He's going to throw it back, but defense getting a line change. Nobody there quite yet. Christensen's going to pass it over to Evanson. Evanson using the boards, tries pushing up to Butcher, but just gets past Butcher, but Daly picks it up. Daly looking to throw one up for center, but nobody there. Kilmer and Carr talking it out. Kilmer's walking up to the net. Ran into a couple of Spuds and gets knocked off, but Spuds blow a tire just as they're trying to skate it out. Carr gets a good stick on it, but Moorhead is able to get it clear. Pressure being kept by Daly and Carr. That's going tripping. I did not see the delayed penalty coming. Kilmer looks like he's going to go in the box for tripping. At 8:53, that's going to be the first penalty. That's going to put us on an Emily Santa Gravel penalty kill. Heavy defense expected. Coming out of the bench, we got Dauber, Moroni, Kes, and Christensen. Again, Kes, Gavin is 15 as your center. Moroni, Braylen, 18 as your right wing. Dauber, Bash, number 9. And Christensen, Kale, 97 as your defenses. Kes puts a stick on it, flows it up to Moroni. Moroni's going to put a soft roller up.
On Northern Lakes, number 92, Dextor, Kilmer.
Just almost able to kill some additional time with that toss in, but too much sauce, and that's going to put us in icing. Again, icing on a penalty kill won't happen until high school, but I hear it might be coming back for Bantams. Another drop at 8:38. Moorhead's going to find it. Good stick by, I think it was Moroni. It gets out. Moorhead's going to have to take back up. Got one in the zone, didn't catch it. Kes giving some pressure. Moorhead's going to throw it around the boards. They do pick it up. Kes poking it away. Moroni trying to bumper him around. Christensen trying to get him off. Moroni tries to get it clear, but unable to do so, but Kes is able to pick it up. Kes coming in hot. He's getting some pressure. They're short-handed, remember. Lightning's trying to throw one up. So heavy defense needed at this point. Moorhead finds it. They're skating in. Gets past a couple. Takes a shot, just goes wide. Lightning might have dodged one on that one. Moorhead coming back to the blue line. They're going to take one. Rips off. Goes wide. Dauber's going to first pick it up. He tries pushing up the Kes. Good stick on by Moorhead. He keeps it in. Moroni trying to kill some time. He's going to throw it over to the line. Killing some more time. Moorhead finds it neutral zone as Lightning was getting a change. They're entering the zone, but good pressure being kept by Carr. And Christensen shot on goal. Goes wide. Lightning's going to be back at full strength. Nobody working the penalty box. Horton's going to wind up, tries taking a shot. Manager Mindy getting over to the penalty box as I believe we needed somebody there. A little miscommunication on that one. Doesn't look like Moorhead has one in theirs. Shot goes behind the net. Lightning trying to clear it, but Moorhead intercepts the pass. Gets knocked out to the side though. Good stick by Ani. Coming up for a shot. Loose change out there still. Loose change. Peterson kept it out. Lightning kept it out. Horton's coming up with it. Trying to maneuver. Peterson without a stick gets it handed back by Ani. We haven't seen a whistle for a while. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left of the first period. Scoreless game so far. Back and forth along the neutral zone. Moorhead finds it. They're going to start approaching. Ani left in front. Moorhead does a last-minute reach for it. Grabs it back. Moroni finds it. Good stick by Moorhead, keeping it in. And a clear from the Lightning. No icing being called. Unsure, might have missed it. Somebody must have tipped it. Moorhead trying to get it clear. They push it up. Hits their man, neutralized. Good stick on by Carr. He robs them from getting anywhere with it in the neutral zone. He's approaching. He's going to take a shot. He's approaching. He's going to take a shot. He get one in at 5:31. First goal on the board. Northern Lightning with Brady Carr putting the first one in. 5:31. Competitive game between Moorhead and Lightning, and Brady Carr, number 16, is finding the back of the net behind Moorhead for the first goal. Let's go, Lightning! Peterson calling for some attention on his net. Something might not be situated quite right yet. A little off. And able to put that back on. Back to playing hockey at 5:31. First period. Lightning up 1-0. Push back to Kilmer. Kilmer tries to get it up, but it just bounces off his stick, but able to find it and get it up to Daly. Daly trying to get up, but a good stick from Moorhead. Butcher's going to find it, 20.
16, Brady Carr, unassisted.
Daly finding it. He's got Moroni out there. Good sticks by Moorhead. Trying to outmaneuver. Blows a tire right at the last minute before he's taking the shot off, but Moorhead's going to be able to find it. Trying to skate out, but looked like Carr keeping some pressure. Sorry, that was Carr out there, not Moroni. 16 and 18 look off to the right. Long line. Daly's going to push one up. Goes wide of the net. Moorhead gets a clear. Kilmer pushes it back to Dauber. Dauber immediately had to push it off to back to Kilmer. Good stick on Moorhead as they intercepted a pass to Daly. Bouncing around. Moorhead's going to pick it up. Lightning doing a quick line change as Moorhead building up speed. Oh no! They're going to call interference. They call interference on Kilmer as Kilmer runs into the ref, knocks Kilmer into the player. I think an unfavored penalty for the Lightning. That's going to put us on another Emily Sand and Gravel penalty kill at 4:26. Heavy defense going to be expected. Moorhead wins the draw. They're going to push it back to the blue line. Trying to wind it up. They're going to take a shot. Just fans off it. Didn't quite see it. I didn't see anything go off. I didn't know if Moroni got a stick on it. Good stick battles. Moorhead's going to find it. Christensen out front. Glove saved by Peterson. Peterson's going to drop down on it. Moroni gets in a little scrum behind the net and has to throw a Moorhead player off. Didn't quite see it. One for the playback at 4:07. Two goalie cams going on for the district games, so watch for those uploads when we have time. Good stick, gets it cleared. Kes is going to find it, a little faster legs than Moroni, but he's going to have Moroni alongside. He's going to throw it over just a little late, hits the back of the net, side of the net. Moroni's racing out to it. He's got Christensen sitting back. He's got Kes out front, trying to push it back, but Moorhead gets a stick on it, turns it over. They pass it neutral ice. Dauber's going to make a good attempt for it. Remember, Lightning short-handed, 4-on-5 hockey. Moorhead coming in. They're going to take a shot. Save by Peterson. Glove save at 3:29. Carr finds underneath his legs. He's going to push up to Evanson. Evanson taking his time, pushes it up the Carr. Just bounces off Carr as Moorhead finds it, tries to take a shot, but hits a shin pad of Carr. Carr's going to take it out of the zone. He's got one in front of him, couple coming alongside. Evanson, no dailies with them. Good stick by Moorhead, gets it pushed back and gets it cleared. Good pressure being kept by Evanson and dumps it back in. 3 minutes left of the first period. Moorhead passed it up, neutral ice. Ani's going to be there. He puts a good stick on it. Bounces off Moorhead. Daly's going to battle it off. He's trying to grab it. Throws one on net. He's going to throw it in. I don't know. No, it's still loose. He's still battling with it. Good saves by the Moorhead tendy as it was loose out there for a while. Lightning going to be back at full strength. Missed that one. Carr's going to try to outmaneuver and some of the Moorhead. He's going to throw one backhanded. Oh, just got a good pad on from the tendy and push it out from Butcher being able to push that back in. Moorhead's going to find it. They're skating out with it. Going to take a shot from the blue line. Goes high and outside. Good clear. Finds Moroni. Moroni's going to sauce it up. He's keeping some good pressure. Throwing Moorhead off of it. He's got Kes that came back alongside the boards. He does hit him. Kes is going to take a shot. Saved by the tendy. Tendy wants to continue playing it. Dauber's going to step up from the blue line, tries to keep it in, hits off a Moorhead skater. Dauber puts a good stick, but just gets another stick of, didn't see who, but gets lost in the neutral zone. Kes going to find it, tries to outmaneuver. Gets lost in the neutral zone. Kes going to find it, tries to outmaneuver. Kes going to find it, tries to outmaneuver. Leaves it behind for Moroni. Moroni shoots and scores! We're going to call that a planned motive for Kes as he left it behind. Moroni picks it up, takes the shot, putting number 2 on the board at minute 42. Kes to Moroni. We got a minute 42 remaining in the first period, Lightning up 2-0. Here we go. Kes finds his way. He's got Horton and Moroni back on his sides right behind him. Kes trying to outmaneuver. Good stick by Moorhead. Gets back to Kilmer. Kilmer's going to throw one up on net. And Tenny's going to cover. Well, last minute poke by Moorhead. Moroni didn't like that too much. Let him know he's still playing hockey. All right, minute 27. We're going to take a glove side drop on Moorhead's tendy. Carr finds it, gets it back to Kilmer. Kilmer tries to take a shot, hits off a couple of bodies, gets deflected before it could hit the net. Moorhead's going to find it, skate out of the zone. They're skating through the neutral zone. Offsides being called on Moorhead in minute 15.
Scoring for Northern Lakes, number 18. Braylen Moroni. Assistant by number 15, Gavin Kes.
Puck comes back after the faceoff to Kilmer. Kilmer's going to push up to Daly. Daly's going to find it, neutral zone. interesting. Hovered around the blue line. Looked like Butcher might have been offside, but no offside's being called. Carr's going to find it. Top circle. He's going to wind up. Nope. Push it over to Kilmer. Kilmer's got an open slide. Takes a shot. Just goes high. Carr's going to wind up looking for Butcher. Looking for a redirect right in front of the net. Unable to get that in. Moorhead's going to find it. They got it behind their net. Carr trying to keep some pressure. Moorhead gets it clear. Evanson trying to push it back, but Moorhead intercepts it. Coming in, Kilmer gets a good stick on it. Butcher's going to find it. Tosses it out of the zone. 30 seconds remaining. Moorhead clears as Lightning trying to get a line change. Trying to get it clear on. He finds it, gets it clear over to the side. Moroni's going to push it. Hits Kes, hits Horton. We got 11 seconds left. Can we do something with it? Shot on goal. Glove saved by the Tendy right in front of their net. 7.7 seconds remaining in the first period. All right, Kes taking the drop. Moroni on the side. Horton on the side. Pushes it back. Moroni's going to wind up. Takes a shot. Hard shot. Pad save. Tries to push one in last minute. Pad save comes down. Tendy's going to save that one from going in. Keeping it at a 2-0 lead at the end of the first. Shots on goal being tracked. Lightning at 11. Moorhead at 7. And it looks like we are going to zam between the first and second period, so grab your favorite drink, grab your favorite snack. We'll be back with you in about 15 minutes. We're going to go on mute. Thanks for tuning in. All right, we're back for the second period. Hopefully we're coming in clear, or at least some kind of picture, as not the best Wi-Fi and not the best cell service here. So we're making do with what we got. But again, we'll try to get the games uploaded by tonight. All right, refs are ready, players are ready, goaltendies are in their creases. We're ready to play some hockey. Lightning up 2-0 as we enter the second period. Kes is going to win the draw. He pushes it back, just splits Dauber and Evanson. But Evanson able to find the puck, push it up. Just gets past Evanson's stick, and as Moorhead pushed it a little bit far, that's going to be an icing on Moorhead. So we're going to take a 6-side drop of Moorhead. Lightning looking to swap out their legs. 14:46. Carr, Daly, and Butcher out as your forwards. Evanson and Dauber back on defense. One gets back to Dauber. Dauber takes the windup and shot, goes wide. Battle behind the net. Moorhead's taking possession so far, but Carr's going to keep some pressure. Forces Moorhead to have to dump it behind the net and get it over to the other Moorhead player on the other corner. They're going to find it skating through. Pushing up to neutral ice. Just can't get a stick on it. Daly's going to find it, kicking it up. He's going to try out maneuvering. Gets by one. Center is up. Butcher's there. Butcher's going to push it over to Carr. Carr's going to wind up, takes a shot. Glove saved by the Tendy. Kes taking the drop, got Moroni to the left of him, back left. Kes tries to put a stick on it, gets far over to the left, unable to get to Moroni, but Moroni still finds it, puts a shot, hits a stick off Moorhead. Moorhead's going to try to get it clear, but Horton steps in front of it, prevents that shot from getting out. Moorhead still finding it, gets it rung around by Kilmer. Moroni having to battle out with Moorhead. He's going to be able to maneuver one. Moroni's going to dump it in, puts it on net. Tenny's going to push it behind the net. Moorhead's going to find it. Trying to ring the boards. Moroni's going to find it again. He's going to push it up to Carr. Carr's trying to maneuver around, but Moorhead's going to get a stick on it and turn it over. Moorhead Moorhead skates out of the zone. Good stick on by Kilmer. Strips Moorhead off of it right in neutral ice. Carr's going to find it. He's going to skate in with it. Kilmer alongside with him. Takes a shot. Goes up out of net, in the net and out of play. Looking for a few player change out on the Lightning. Carr, Daly, and Butcher out as your forwards. Evanson and Christensen out as your defense. Moorhead wins, pushes it back to their D. They're going to try bringing the boards. Might be a little too much as it gets, nope. Moorhead picked it up along the boards. Butcher trying to keep some pressure. Moorhead trying to dump it in. Christensen's going to pick it up. He's trying to clear it. Does get it clear. Daly's going to find it. He's skating up with it. He's got two left in front of him. Trying to maneuver around. Good sticks on by Moorhead. Daly tries to put one up, but it gets a skate off of Moorhead, and Moorhead's going to get a turnover. Good stick by Carr. Reaches out. Prevents Moorhead from grabbing it, but Moorhead's still finding it. They're going to enter the zone. They're going to take a soft shot. Goes wide. Moorhead still first to get to it. Lightning unsure about the feet underneath them. Moorhead using the boards, trying to push it up. They're going to call a tip, so no icing. Gets up to Carr. Carr skating through at the neutral zone. He's got possession. He's got Moroni. Just outskated it. Puts one up. Goes behind the net. Good stick from Moorhead. Rounds it. And Moorhead gets it clear. Moorhead off to the races. Dauber's going to race off with him. Horton's going to be there too. Dauber gets Moorhead off the puck, but another Moorhead player comes in, grabs it into the corner. Horton's going to try keeping the pressure. Gets it cleared out, but takes a shot and goes wide of the net. They're looking to center one up, but gets a stick off of Horton. Takes a shot, bounces off the knee pad of Kes. Kes is racing off with Moorhead's number 12. Gets to it first. He's got possession. He's going to try throwing it out. Gets the Tendy. Tendy's got to push it, stick behind the net. Moorhead's going to collect it. Good stick on from Moroni, but just gets over to another Moorhead player, and Moorhead gets it clear. Dauber gets a good stick on it, gets it clear. Battled right along the line, and Kes is going to find it. He's got Moroni up front, tries to pass it over. Moorhead intercepted that pass. Coming in, takes a shot, just goes wide. Dauber tries to take a clear at it, just fans on it, and risky move for Horton, trying to maneuver out in front of their own net. Horton's coming in, takes a shot, dumping it in, trying to ring the boards for Kes to grab it. Kes throws up, gets a stick off Moorhead. Carr comes in, just goes wide. Not sure if Tendy put a pad on or not. Carr's going to battle it out along the board. Good stick on by Kes, but Moorhead's still able to take the possession. Ani and Dauber back on defense. Moorhead's able to try to maneuver through, but good stick on from the defense line. Knocks it loose right along the blue line, and Kes is going to come into the through the neutral zone, enter the zone, tries to throw and center it up for Carr, but gets intercepted by Moorhead. Moroni finds it along the boards. He tries to center it up for Carr and gets turnover to Moorhead. Good stick on from Ani, knocks Moorhead off of it from getting too close to the net before they could get a shot fired off. Lightning bunched up a little bit, trying to find that puck. Butcher's trying to get to it, just blows a tire. Good stick, prevents the shot from getting on to the net, and looks like Ani's going to push it along the boards. Moorhead pushing it back. Evanson trying to race off before Moorhead gets there. Gets loose, Carr's trying to get it, but Moorhead keeps the stick. They throw it to the other side of the corner. A little back and forth game, that's going to wear out the Lightning. Moorhead pushes it over. Oops, sorry. They take a shot. Moorhead pushing it back to the blue line. They're going to wind up, take a shot. Daly stays in front of it, prevents the shot from getting there. Evanson trying to get it clear, but Moorhead able to find it. They're going to take a shot. Carr's going to find it, tries to outmaneuver Moorhead, but a good stick from Moorhead. Moorhead keeping the pressure. Lightning looking for a change. Take another shot. Carr's going to find it. Carr's coming in, trying to outmaneuver some. Lightning getting a few changes out. But Moorhead gets a turnover in there. And they're coming in. Ani pressing off to the corner properly. He's still going to approach. Looking for a backhand save by Peterson, and Peterson's going to reach out and cover. I don't know when the last whistle was, but 8:24 remained in the second period. Lightning still up 2-0. Needed a desperate line change. Some of those players out there for quite some time. We got the Kes Moroni Horton line out with Christensen and Kilmer back on defense. Puck stuck underneath some skates, trying to get it clear. Kilmer's trying to find it. Moorhead finding it. Moorhead's going to try taking a shot, hits a shin pad off of Kilmer. Moorhead pushing it back to the blue line, trying to push it up. Kes gets it, trying to get it clear, unable to get quite there. Moorhead trying to make something happen here, but Horton finds it in front of the slot, loose. Moorhead gets a good stick on it. Christensen's going to have to step up and try to play it, but Moorhead gets a turnover. Moorhead taking their time, passing it over. Moorhead's still able to find it. Horton finds it. Getting a shot off. Peterson save. Moorhead's keeping it in still. A lot of time in the defensive zone here for the Lightning. Lightning trying to get it clear. They finally get it clear. Kes going to try keeping some pressure. Moorhead using the boards. Horton finds it. He's going to toss it up behind the net. Gets it clear from Moorhead. One-on-one, Dauber left on defense. Dauber tries to knock the puck off, does so. A little too far. Moorhead passing along the boards. Carr trying to keep some pressure. Moroni's, it's going to be a hooking on Moroni. That's going to be another penalty on the Lightning. Going to be called the hooking on Moroni as he goes into the sin bin at 6:49. That's going to put the Lightning on another Emily Sand and Gravel penalty kill. Minute and a half of good defense going on. On your penalty kill team, you're going to have Carr, Butcher, Evanson, and Dauber. Moorhead wins the draw. They're going to push it back to the blue line. Pushing it up. Good little bump. Throws one on net. Peterson pushes aside from the pad. Loose puck out in front. Trying to get it clear. Evanson's going to find it. Tries to take possession. Looks like Moorhead pushed it behind the net.
For Northern Lakes, number 18, Braylen Moroni for hooking.
Little collisions going on. Moorhead finding it. Not much traffic out in front. They're going to take a shot. It's pad saved by Peterson. Still another shot. Goes wide. Peterson lost his stick for a second. Carr forces the issue. Moorhead taking some opportunities here. Again, defense needed by Lightning for another 37 seconds. We're trying to get a clear shot on goal. Peterson's going to cover, and we're going to get a line change for the Lightning. 32 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. 5:51 remaining in the second period. Lightning up, still 2-0. All right, drop comes back. Kes is going to try maneuvering around, but Moorhead's going to be able to dump it behind the net. Kes finds it. He's going to skate out with it. Kills much time. Again, we cannot ice it on this penalty kill. Sorry. Whoop. Little tangled cord, trying to maneuver around. Stick trying to be done by Kes. Moorhead's going to still have possession neutral ice. They're going to dump it in. Kilmer gets to it first. Trying to ring the boards. Moroni going to be out here. 5-on-5 hockey again, but Moorhead takes a wind-up, takes a shot, and unsure if it hit Peterson or not, but save. Kes using the boards, hits up Moroni as he's fresh off the sin bin. Good pressure being kept by Moorhead as they push him off to the corner. Kes finds it, trying to outmaneuver, but Moorhead reading that. Kes is going to have to push it under corner. Moroni and Kes keeping some pressure, but Moorhead finds the line. They're going to be able to push it up along the boards. They skate it out of the zone. Skating in with it. One on defense. Moorhead's going to wind up, takes a shot. On defense, Moorhead's going to wind up, takes a shot. They will put the first one in, closing that deficit at 4:31. Moorhead gets on the board. 2-1, Lightning still in the lead. Moorhead takes a succession, but good stick off of it. And Carr is going to find himself in luck with it. Horton takes a wind up, gets a flexor off of Moorhead. Sorry, we're watching a little scrum going on in the middle of the ice. Ref closely watching it, ready to blow the whistle, but they broke up just before the whistle.
Moorhead slots number 2, Knutson.
Kes wins the draw. Moroni's going to take a hard shot. Glove save by the Tendy. Great save by the Moorhead Tendy as that one was coming hard by Moroni. Just gets a little too in front of Moroni this time. Moroni pushes it up to Kes. Moorhead trying to get it clear, but Horton comes up, gets a skate on it, tries to throw and hits the side of the net. Kes keeping some pressure as Moorhead's going to try skating out of the zone. They find their man up in neutral ice. They're skating up with it. Good lift by Horton. Knocks him off the puck. Kes is going to find it in the corner. Moorhead passing it. And Kilmer's going to find it in the corner. He's going to try to ring the boards. And they're going to call an icing on the Lightning. 3:29 remaining in the second period. Faceoff going to be controlled a little bit by the Lightning, but as they push it back to the blue line, Moorhead is able to find it. They push it in behind the net. Lightning getting pushed around a little bit. Lightning trying to use his boards. They do use the boards. And Moorhead dumps it behind. Good stick on from Christensen, knocks it over the side. Carr's going to be there. Carr trying to use the boards. Moorhead having the tag up as a turnover to Carr. Carr's got two defensive men sitting in front of him. Coming in, takes a shot hard. Loose puck out front, and Moorhead able to get it clear and gets a turnover. Evans is going to have to play catch up. Christensen still in front, and Peterson's going to elect to cover it as he saw much of the Lightning behind Moorhead. 6:34 remaining in the second period. Lightning up 2-1. Puck left behind. Horton's going to pick it up. He's building his speed up. Good pressure from Moorhead. Trying to force him into the boards. Knocks him off the puck. Moorhead's going to find it. They've got Ani and Kilmer back in front of them in defense. Ani gets a good stick on it. Knocks Moorhead from being able to approach the net. Gets put over center. Kilmer's going to push it up to Moroni. And just gets in front of Kes, and that's going to be an icing on Northern Lakes Lightning. Winning the drop, a little neutral. Puck gets knocked into the corner. Let's see how close that was. Butcher trying to push it out. Carr's going to find it, but Moorhead finds it as well, and they're going to dump it behind. Kilmer's going to get to it first, trying to ring the boards, but right into Moorhead's stick. They pump it up. They're going to take a shot. Peterson gets a save. Another shot coming in. Loose puck and gets knocked over to the corner. Moorhead passes it back to the blue line. They're going to take a shot and intercepted by Carr. Carr's going to skate up. Good sticks by Moorhead, knocking Carr off, but he's still going to find it. Takes the shot in the corner. Daly trying to maneuver around. Moorhead keeping some good pressure. Push it over to Carr on the other side. Tries to outmaneuver one. Good stick on by Moorhead, knocks him off the puck. Butcher's trying to play catch up. Moorhead leaves it behind for their player. They're skating up. Good stick on by Christensen, good stick on by Evanson, knocks it loose, but Moorhead's still in possession. Evanson tries to get it cleared, does get it cleared. That's forcing Moorhead to have to take up. Carr's going to keep some pressure here in the neutral ice, 34 seconds remaining. Carr reaches, trying to get the puck. Moorhead's going to approach, they're going to take a shot, loose puck out front. Cleared away by the Lightning, and Daly's going to find it. He skates out with it. He's got 21 seconds left. He's coming in, takes a shot, gets a shin pad of a Moorhead. Lightning trying to get a line change. Daly thankfully coming in, strips Moorhead after the puck, but they still have an opportunity here. 9 seconds left. They're going to enter in the zone. Passes by one. They're going to take a shot. Just goes far corner, wide side. 2 seconds left. They're going to throw it on net. Gets a good stick from Ani, and that's going to be the end of the second period with Lightning still up 2-1 at the end of the second. Moorhead coming back out of their break after that Zam with some vengeance. We do have a few Lightning players under the weather, so we're hoping we can pull through. Early bedtimes for those boys tonight, as they're going to need their rest. Tomorrow's game is going to be brought at 8 a.m., so make sure to tune in early, as we'll be live at 8 a.m. against Wadena. We did face off against Wadena last weekend. We took the W on that one. But Wadena coming back with, I believe the second and third period, they came back and scored a few more on us, making it a little bit closer. And only one game tomorrow, as they host a high school division game here tomorrow, so they had to bump us our 7 o'clock evening game to 9:30 Sunday. All right, we're ready for third period. Lightning up 2-1. Moorhead closing that deficit. And anybody's game at this point. Daly's going to find it in neutral zone. Good pressure from Moorhead, but he's going to toss one up. And loose puck still. Play to the whistle goes. It looks like it was still loose as they're battling through it, but all right, Moorhead throwing it over to the corner. Trying to clear. Kilmer gets a stick on it. He's going to wind up, takes another shot. Trying to get over to Daly. Daly's going to take a shot. Gets off a skate off number 15 Moorhead. Good stick by Carr, strips Moorhead away from it. He's going to battle it out with the corner. Bringing it back to Kilmer. Kilmer's going to wind up, takes another shot, goes wide into the other side of the corner. Butcher's going to be first to get to it. He throws it back into the corner. He wants to hit Carr. Carr's going to toss one up. Glove save by the Tendy. Be a drop, glove side of Moorhead's Tendy. Guy's trying to maneuver it around, but Moorhead's going to get it turned over. They dump it behind one of their players. Kes found it. He's going to keep some pressure. Moroni puts a stick on it, trying to push it out in center, but Moorhead's going to find it. Good stick by Horton, knocks that pass off from Moorhead, but Moorhead's still able to get it back to the blue line. Christensen winds up, takes a shot trying to hit Moroni, and Moorhead gets a clear. Christensen's going to step up. Christensen coming up, tries to throw it out front. Kes trying to get to it. Moroni trying to get to it, and a good stick by Moorhead, and Horton's going to have to. He does get it turned over to Moorhead right along the line, neutral ice. Moorhead dumps it in. They're first to get to it. It's in the corner. Horton's going to find it. Good stick by Moorhead. Not much for traffic out front. Christensen gets in front, takes a shot, wind up, pad save by Peterson. Christensen steps up, knocks it loose. We're having some live feed. Hopefully we're going to stay with you. Gets a clear over by Moroni, hits the blue line. Moorhead's going to have to take up. Good stick by Kes. Kes is going to softly put it up. Lightning looking for a line change for a couple of them. Horton, Moroni trying to keep some pressure. Horton knocks off Moorhead with it. Tries to push it over, but Moorhead gets it just as Moroni looked like he was going to try getting to it. Carr maneuvering. He's going to outmaneuver one. Tries to take a shot. Saved by the Tendy.
Good job, Brady!
12-19 remaining in this third period. Lightning up 2-1. Both teams trying to get one more on there, even it up or increase that lead. Carr's going to find it. He takes a shot, gets a pad off of Moorhead player, unable to get to the net. Moorhead's going to find it. They pass it up, hit their man neutral ice. Ani gets a good body in front of him. Moorhead finds it, pushes it in the corner. Ani's going to be first to get to it. Push it along the boards. Carr's going to find it. He's approaching. He's going to take a shot. Just goes a little high. Post coming out, trying to pick it up. But Moorhead finds it along their blue line. They've only got Kilmer out in front of them. Butcher coming up behind. They pass, pad save by Peterson. A little collision. Gets found. Carr's going to skate up with it. He's got two in front. He's got Butcher on the side. He's going to take a shot. Goes up, out, into the net, and out of play. Kes trying to push over Moroni as he's approaching, but Moorhead's going to find it as it went past him. Christensen keeping some good pressure. Knocks his player off. Yeah, that was going to be an offsides on Moorhead, just as Moroni picked it up as well. Moorhead wins. They're going to take a shot. Gets out in front of Peterson. Peterson's going to cover it. Carr comes from drop, pushes it back to Dauber. Dauber's trying to use the boards. Unable to get it all the way out. Looking for tip out front from Moorhead. They're going to try throwing it out center. Carr's going to find it. Moorhead keeping the pressure. Gets it clear though. Daly trying to get control of it. Does get control. Gearholt maintaining right at the blue line. But good stick on from Moorhead. Carr's going to find it though. He's trying to outmaneuver. A lot of Moorhead out there. Carr's approaching from Moorhead. Carr's going to find it though. He's trying to outmaneuver. A lot of Moorhead out there. Carr's approaching. He will throw one in behind the tendy. Walking up with it. That's going to put number 3 on the board. Second one for Carr. Lightning looking for that 2-point lead again, as it's 3-1 at 10:29 of the third period. That one will be a good one for playback on that goalie cam. Kes, Moroni, Horton. Kes wants it a little bit more. He gets to it. Kes is going to push it up. Moorhead sitting there. Moroni keeps it in on the line. He's going to dump it opposite corner. Moorhead first to get up. They're trying to skate it out. Horton keeping some good pressure and gets a turnover for Kes. Kes is going to take a shot. Saved. Moorhead's going to find it. Moroni's going to get a good skate on it. Knocks him, Moorhead, off of it. He's going to battle it out, ringing the boards. Kes is going to try getting to it first, but Moorhead's going to be right there. And Moorhead gets a turnover. Horton keeping some speed. Tries to get out in front. Evanson trying to keep some battle. Forcing their guy off to the side. Tripping. All right, Horton going into the sin bin. All right, that's going to put us on another Emily Sand and Gravel penalty kill. Heavy defense expected. Lightning up 3-1, 9:39, minute 30 on that penalty kill. Moorhead's going to put one up through the crease. Moorhead still trying to get to it first. Butcher keeping some pressure. Kilmer's going to try finding it. He pushes it out. Moorhead finds it neutral ice. Moorhead coming up. They're going to see a shot. Hits the side of the post, it sounds like. Kilmer battling out, gets left behind. Moorhead's going to try pushing it back to the blue line, but just a little bit out of tune. We had one ref raising his arm as Moorhead was the one who pushed it back. Moorhead's winding up. Save by Peterson. Looking to clear it out. Still loose puck. Sliding save by Peterson. Still loose puck. Moorhead's looking for it again. They're going to wind up. Takes another shot. Pad save by Peterson. 25 seconds remaining of that penalty kill. Moorhead pushing it back to the blue line. Nobody stepping out in front of it. Takes a shot. Save by Peterson. Shot goes. Loose puck still. Out into the corner. Moorhead had opportunities. Moorhead pushes it back. They're going to take a wind up. Goes up and over. 7 seconds remaining of the penalty kill. Kilmer's going to strip Moorhead. Tries to pound it through, but unable to do so. Moorhead's going to handle it right along the blue line. They're going to push it over. Daly comes out. They're trying to get it cleared, Lightning is. Loose puck, goes behind. Kilmer's going to find it. He's going to try using the boards. Gets past Moorhead, and that's going to force Moorhead to take up, but they're already back in the neutral zone. They're approaching. Ani trying to keep some pressure. Shot, saved by Peterson, and he's going to keep it at 7:37. Good pressure being kept by Moorhead, but great defense intending by the Lightning. Lightning looking for a much-needed line change after that one. Back at full strength, 7:37 remaining of the third period. Moorhead pushes it back, and Horton's going to be off to the race, trying to get to it. Moorhead just gets to it first, but Horton's going to keep some pressure, knocks it off. Kes is going to throw it up. Pad saved by the Tendy. Loose change, Moorhead clears it away. Moorhead's going to find their man up by the blue line. They're in the neutral zone. Good pressure being kept by the Lightning. Gets knocked off. Kes is going to find it. He's got Moroni coming in with him 2-on-2. Good pressure by Moorhead. Knocks him off to the side. Trying to tie him up. Moroni finds it. He's going to ring the boards back for Christensen. Christensen gets it. He's going to take a shot. Pad saved by Attendee. Moroni's going to find it again, pushing it back to the Christensen. Puts one up, but Moorhead intercepts it. Lightning going to have to take back. Get caught up as Moorhead's got a breakaway opportunity. They take a shot. Saved by Peterson. And loose change picked up by Horton. Good hustle back by the Lightning as they're able to clear that up. Looked like a good hooking, but ref's not going to call that one. Good stick by Moroni as Moorhead was trying to push it out. Feeds Kes. Good stick by Moroni as Moorhead was trying to push it out. Feeds Kes. Kes puts it up. That's another one. Moroni to Kes. Kes puts it in for number 4 for the Northern Lakes Lightning. Moroni stayed with the pressure, knocked the Moorhead off, and was able to push it over to Kes for one more up at 6:24. Lightning are leading 4-1. Shots on goal though. Moorhead just behind us. 23 for the Lightning, 22 for Moorhead. Face off, push back to Kilmer. Kilmer's going to push it back up to Carr. Carr's got Butcher and Daly waiting on the line along with 4-5 Moorhead Spuds. Takes a shot, goes wide. Daly's going to get to it first. Trying to outmaneuver. Spuds keeping some good pressure. Kilmer gets a stick on it, but Moorhead's going to find it. Getting through the neutral zone. Good stick by, looked like Kilmer. Gets it clear. Carr's going to pick it up in neutral zone. Trying to maneuver. Good stick lift by Moorhead. Carr taking his time, taking as much time, push it over Kilmer. Kilmer's going to wind up. Good step out in front by the Moorhead defense, preventing that shot from getting off and forces a turnover. He's going to break in. Dauber gets a good stick on it, knocks it loose. That looked like a push. Getting a little bad out there. Ref's not calling too much. Moorhead's going to find it. They're going to try ringing around, putting it out front. And Daly's going to find it in neutral zone. Good stick by Moorhead, knocks him off before he could get the shot, goes wide of the net. Lightning getting a few skates changed out. Moorhead hits their pass right in neutral zone, goes by Ani. Evanson's trying to get something. Moorhead looking for some penalties, and that's going to be a offsides at 4:50. In my opinion, maybe getting a little too loose out there. Trying to get a clear. Christensen gets it over to Moorhead. Moorhead's going to put one up on net. Loose puck out front. Good stick by Ani. Just clears in the nick of time. Shot on goal. Pad save by Peterson. We may be having some cell reception issues. I see viewership's dropping a little bit. Got a text in, so hopefully people can retune in. Moorhead gets entered into the zone, but good clear by Ani. Moorhead's going to find it again. They're going to try dumping in. 4 minutes remaining of the game. Gets cleared by Lightning. Moorhead's going to pass it up, hits their man by the blue line, pushes it centered. Christensen gets a good backhand on it. Horton's going to find it, pushing up along the boards. He's going to find it and try skating out, but a good stick on by Moorhead. Clear, knocks it loose. Moorhead's going to have to take up before they can enter it. They hit their man. They're going to take a shot. Saved by Peterson. Knock loose again. Apologies to anybody who's going to be rewatching this. Tomorrow we might throw a phone out in the lobby for a hotspot. Lightning looking like they're getting a little winded, but Horton's going to find something. Horton finds a way to throw it back, and Moroni's going to try getting some pressure, but quick maneuver by Moorhead. They're going to turn around. Carr came out. Moorhead hits their player up at the blue line. Good stick by Dauber. Icing being waved off. 2:44 remaining in the game. Moorhead coming in. Pressure being found by Lightning. Moorhead finds it again. They're trying to center it up. Unable to get there, broken up. Carr's going to find it. Looks like a little disagreement behind. And we're going to see one going in for Moorhead and one going in for Lightning. Timeout being called by Moorhead. We're going to try getting this out there. I'm going to try going to Facebook. Again, poor reception. Which, if you're watching back on the YouTube upload, you won't understand. But anybody trying to watch it live, we are not getting good reception. We're going to try killing the Wi-Fi and see if we get that a little bit better. I gained a viewer, so hopefully people found the new link. Again, even Lion says it's live still, but we're gonna have to find a hot spot and throw it in the lobby and see if we can't keep the live games going for the rest of the tournament here. Oh, just waiting for Moorhead Tenny to come back up. Nope, Moorhead's going to leave an empty net. They're going to have a 6-on-5 attackers as they have an empty net. Wait. Okay, refs say it's good. 5-on-6 hockey as Moorhead pulled their Tendy. That's going to mean heavy defense expected by the Lightning. Horton's going to try finding it. Skating underneath Moroni. Moroni's going to try pushing it up. Moorhead's going to find it neutral zone. Tries to push it back. Moroni's going to push one in. He does push it in from the blue line. That's going to... Yeah. 5-on-5 hockey, you cannot clear the penalty box as it's an even matchup game. We've seen that in other tournaments where we think when we score shorthanded that somebody gets out, but no, when it's even hockey, nobody gets out of the box at that point. And I think they're going to be in for the rest of the game. Minute 56 remaining, Lightning up 5-1. Moorhead's going to try to get something, and they're going to come back with a vengeance. Moroni coming through, he's maneuvering, push it up, tries to hit Kes just wide. And Moorhead's going to find it. They're skating out with it. They're going to want to put another one on the board. That's going to be an offsides. As Moorhead just tried the puck maneuver around the blue line. Unfortunately, a little miscommunication, and that would be an offsides. I'm glad everybody was able to join in. Hopefully it's looking better. I'm not sure, but we're back on cellular connection. Wi-Fi ended up not working so good. Somebody might be streaming or something here. Moorhead trying to enter the zone. Daly's going to find it. Oh, good stick by Moorhead. Strips Daly around from it. They're going to try poking one in. Peterson's down. Yeah, it's out in the corner. Good stick by Moorhead trying to keep it in. They do keep it in. Lightning needing to try to get up there. Shot goes wide. Gerhard trying to get to it, and good stick on by Moorhead, and then a skate kick back to their players along in the neutral zone. Good pressure being kept by Lightning, but Moorhead's still going to find it. They're going to take a shot. They're still going to find it. They're going to take a shot. They put one in at 56 seconds. They're going to put number 2 on the board. Good stick maneuver around by Moorhead, and they're able to put one in for number 2. 55 seconds remaining. Lightning up 5-2. Good stick on from Lightning right along the blue line. Moorhead's going to find it. They're going to push it up. They're going to push one up.
Moorhead, number 26, Unassisted.
Puck gets knocked in. Tenny leaves it behind. 30 seconds remaining in the game. Good pressure kept by Kes. Moorhead skates it out of the zone, passing it to the neutral zone. Christensen gets a good stick on it. Moroni trying to tie it up. 13 seconds remaining. Christensen trying to push it up to Kes. Good interception by Moorhead. Good stick by Ani. Prevents Moorhead from getting in. That's going to be 5 seconds left of the game. 2, 1. And Lightning are going to pull the first victory out. Again, this is District's first game against Moorhead. They pull a victory 5-2. Shots on goal. Moorhead actually outshot the Lightning at 25 shots. Lightning at 24. A competitive game. And we're going to be back on the ice 8 o'clock in the morning against against Wadena. Again, we faced off against Wadena on their home ice last weekend and took a victory there. Wadena did play before us against Detroit Lakes, and Detroit Lakes did win that game. So Wadena will be coming off of a loss, Lightning off of a win. Thanks for tuning in. Again, apologies. We'll trying to find a little better cell reception, but otherwise we'll get the game uploaded as soon as possible. And so you can watch all the highlights on YouTube later tonight, hopefully. In the end, it is all about the love of the sport. It's about the community, and it's great to see the players come together. Got a little rough towards the end there, but glad to see this come out of the end. Everybody wishing each other luck on their final games of the season, as for most districts is the end of the season. It is for us. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, as we'll be hitting the road about 5:45. As always, thank you.